folks. It's like 6:30 in the morning. First video shot after second time around in the hospital. Some people want a prognosis. I'll give you a prognosis, but right now, I need to rectify something. As you know, hospital food ain't as good as they claim to be. And I was having issues there. They say, Mr. Payne, you gotta eat more protein. But yet, the protein they give you, little hunks of meat. How can I eat more protein when you got me locked down with little hunks of meat? How can you have your pudding if you don't eat your meat? Well, I got the cure for that. Look here, little Yankee boy, what I got. I got me a T-bone steak. It's 2 inches thick. I got some Lowry seasoned salt in here. I got some pat of butter. I put some garlic in there. It's been marinating in this here vacuum seal bag for a day or two. And you know why I'm making it now? Because I'm going to sous vide this sumbitch for 6 hours. It's going in the sous vide. And when I get back, it's protein city, bitches. Now we're talking, folks. We got some meat coming. Lunch is going to be fucking fantastic. See you then. Okay, folks. It's been quite some time. Still showing about 50 minutes on the sous vide, but I think that's close enough. I'm going to call it. There's our meat. Let's go dry her off. We'll go dry her off and we'll take and sear this bad boy up. We'll have some real fucking lunch for once. Okay, I dried her off. Still glistening. You want this pretty much dry as possible. Get that garlic on there. I'm not bothering knocking that off. It's going to stay on there. Check my pan. See if she's hot. Not hot enough. Pan is not hot enough, folks. We'll get her there. Fucking hospital. They want to fuck around with me? Eat more protein. Oh, shit. I didn't know. I thought that was one big piece of meat. That's 2 pieces of meat. Son of a bitch. I'll be damned. Why'd they pack it like that? Here, I thought I was getting one big 2-inch piece of meat. Now. Yeah. Sear it up, Alvin. Only need about a minute per side. Get a good sear on there. Need more sear on that side. Woo, hot. Let's pull that one. Sear this one up. Kind of disappointed. I thought that was one big piece of meat. Okay, that's it. Calling it. Now that's a plate of meat. Don't cut me off a hump. Yeah. Let's hope we're tender. These here T-bones should be tender as a mug. Of course, you always gotta try your meat without any sauce or anything first. Cut off a hunk here. Oh yeah. I don't mind a little fat on my meat, but sometimes it gets too much. That's one thing I noticed about when you sous vide. Fat has a tendency of not breaking down very well. Fat remains tough. Meat comes from a farm up northern Michigan. Oh yeah. Yeah, that meat is tender. Anyhow, I'll give you a health update, folks. I'm going to give you back history. They haven't really figured it all out. As some of you may know, a couple years back, man, that's tender. A couple years back, I had an altercation. And in that altercation, a damn air raid siren going off. Hold on a minute. Damn air raid siren going off. The Germans are coming. The Germans are coming. Before it cooled down a little bit. So anyhow, I've been dealing with that injury a couple years. Can't straighten my neck out completely. Well, one evening, I started noticing my neck was hurting pretty bad. So I grabbed some pain med. Said, okay, I'll stifle your ass. Didn't help. That kept coming on. I'm like, damn, I couldn't sleep. It's like, what the hell? Now, was this a pre-warning sign of things to come? Possibly. I don't know. So, dealing with this, and I go to the bathroom, I come back to watch some TV, and I'm like, I look on the carpet, what shit is that? A blood trail on the carpet. Where the hell's it coming from? I look at my dick, no blood coming out of my dick. Look all around, I look, coming from by my foot. Well, on the outside of my left foot, a blister, about like that big, that long, about that wide, came on and it was spewing blood. I mean, I got towels and shit. I'm trying to keep this blood from coming. Finally got it to stop. Wife came home and said, well, you gotta go to the doctor tomorrow anyways. Just wait, see what happens. So we wrapped it up good, went to the doctor, just me walking on it, from going from the house to the car to the doctor's office. Enough to make it start bleeding again. Something not right. Doc looked at it and said, yeah, what'd you do? It's a blister. I'm like, well, I did get some new shoes for Christmas I was wearing. Maybe they were too tight. So yeah, don't wear those anymore. I was trying to break them in. Okay. Doc looked at my neck. You know what the problem is with the neck? There's not a whole lot we can do for it except, if you want to go rehab or whatever. Nah, I'm not for that shit. So anyhow, sent me home. Next day, another fucking blister formed. Pretty much right next to it, but on the bottom of my foot. I'm like, holy shit, man. What's going on here? By the end of the day, a third blister came on. I said, you gotta go to the hospital. Something ain't right. Mind you, I don't like hospital. I don't think anybody does, but other than the sponge baths, what good are they for? So we go there. Sure as shit, they admit me. We gotta treat these wounds and all this shit. They decided that it was an infection that caused all this shit. I'm like, well, could that infection, fuck with previous injuries like my neck? They said, yeah, it could get in there and cause pain and whatnot. Now we're getting somewhere. So I was in there, getting IV transfusions, all this shit. I was in there for 2 weeks. 2 weeks they had me in there. The doc came in one day. The wound care specialist came in. He debrided it, what they call debride, where it probes around. He said, according to the x-rays, there's gas in your foot. I gotta get in there and alleviate this gas, or you might get gangrene. Well, okay, whatever. He's doing this in my room. He gets in there and it starts bleeding all over the fuck. I mean, bleeding like a son of a bitch. I mean, like a fucking Chinese horror picture show, One of them B-rated motherfuckers. B-rated movie motherfuckers, blood all over the place. After a while, he gets it to stop. He goes on his way. I'd take a dump later that day. Of course, I needed help because my foot's all fucked up. Had one of the girls come in, take me into the shitter. By the way, I need to talk about these shitters in this fucking place. These shitters were probably 10 inches off the ground. I couldn't hardly get off that fucker. It's nuts. I never seen shitters so short. What they doing? Serving midgets in there? So anyhow, they're helping me back, and sure as shit, on the way back, there's a fucking trail of blood. A trail of motherfucking blood. They called the emergency tech surgeon up. She found where the blood was coming from. She stitched it up, and that held. It was down to a trickle. She did good work there. So everything's going good, right? They got me on the antibiotics. They said, hey, we're going to release you. We're going to have home care come in. You can do the infusion at home. They'll come in and check on you every 3-4 days, whatever. No use being here. I'm like, get me the fuck out. So I go home. Everything's cool, right? I'm living life, except for the fact that I can't hardly fucking breathe. I had a doctor's appointment. They want to do blood work. So they did blood work on me. A day or two later, I get a call. Mr. Payne, we need you to come back to the emergency room. It says, blood platelets are crucially low. Blood platelets. What the fuck a blood platelet is. Alright, I said, whatever you do, don't cut yourself, don't get in no car accident, be as safe as you can getting here. What the fuck? Okay, whatever. So we get there. They admitted me again. After being home for like 2 weeks. Apparently the antibiotics they gave me, I had an allergic reaction to. They caused my blood platelets to drop. Now, blood platelets is basically the thickness of your blood, what helps clots, from what I understand. They say a good number is 150,000. Count whatever it is. 150,000 blood platelets. Minimum number, in order to be considered safe, is 50,000. My blood platelet count was 4. Yeah, you heard me right. 4. My blood was so thin, they said if I gashed myself in the right spot, I could bleed out within a matter of 2 minutes. 2-3 minutes I could bleed out. I'm like, well, hell. Now, they contributed it to antibiotics. I think it was going on before that. Because of these blisters, the way my foot was bleeding out, I think I had that shit all along. They just didn't catch it. So, back in the hospital I go. I was in ICU for about a week. Finally turned me loose of ICU, put me in a room. And basically all I'm doing in there, I'm sitting in there. They come in and take vitals, all times of the day. And I'm just sitting in there taking blood work every day. See where my blood plate's at. They gave me a blood platelet transfusion. Now, they got me approved for this new drug called N-Plant, which is supposed to cause your bone marrow to stimulate blood platelets. They gave me the shot. Before they gave me the shot, my count was 25,000. After they gave me a shot, it dropped down to 18,000. Worked really fucking good, didn't it? But anyhow, I told them, I said, look, this don't make no sense. For me to sit here all this time, just waiting to see if the blood platelet count come up, I could be here a year. You don't know. Get me the fuck out of here. Finally talked my doctor into releasing me. But that's the story. I'm just glad my penile implant survived. If they had to take that out, I'd been pissed. Big money in that. 2 things to concern yourself with. They take you to the hospital. Are they going to mess with your dick job or your tattoos? Meat's good, guys. A little drinky. Something to suck on. That's good. Alright, folks. 133 sous vide. 5.5, 6 hours. I still plan on making videos. They want me to cut down on the carbs, crank up on the meats and vegetables. I'm fine with that. I'm not going extreme on this shit, but Probably see some physiological changes coming here in the next few months. That's all I got, folks. I guess it was a good thing that I had a backlog of videos. Wouldn't have had anything to post. I had like a 3-4 week backlog now. I got one. I appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, gotta get back on the ball. This shit ain't working. Alright. Thanks, guys. I'm out.